Just a reminder, silence cell phones, so that you can imagine how embarrassing it is when the pastor is standing in the pulpit and his own cell phone goes off. I'm always tempted to say, yes, God, what is it?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway, so we just now are ready and waiting for the wedding party.
I'm going to be a little bit behind you. Come on, boys and girls. Come on, boy. Yep. Sit down. There you go. Come over here.
She lost her attorney.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, friends, welcome. We are gathered here because of our friendship with John and Ken, and because they've invited us to be with them as they commit themselves to each other in the relationship of marriage. We are here in support, and we are here to witness and to bless their decision to make their promises to one another. Those of us who are here have been close to Ken and John for many years. And we know that their family today includes two special creatures who are here with us. Yes, Keanu and Summer. Through the years, John and Ken's dogs and ferrets have been their children that they've loved and cared for with great affection. And so their presence now is most appropriate. When I became John's pastor some 23 years ago, it didn't occur to me that someday I might have the privilege of officiating at his wedding to his life partner, Ken. So much has changed in the intervening years, but John and Ken have been together for at least 31, right?
Right.
31 years.
Yep.
And their love for one another has been a source of strength and hope in the face of every challenge. So what a great joy it is for us now to witness this new moment in their lives. And they'd like to bring their own greetings to you.
Thank you all for coming, first of all. And we wanted to share why we chose Ed to officiate this ceremony today. And of course, I didn't wear my glasses. But Ed's been the pastor of Hollywood Methodist Church over at the corner of Franklin and Highland for many, many years. I was privileged enough to be on the SPRC, and we interviewed many pastors for his job. And I was one of his cheerleaders to make sure that he was seated in that position. Ed's been a pastoral leader to me and Kenny, an educator, and most of all, a family friend. As some of you know, Ed officiated at my mother's passing, and he's offered tremendous support to us at so many times in our lives. What you don't know is that Ed has been there for both of us, and especially me, during my saddest moments. I'm sorry. Especially, not only the loss of relatives, but the loss of our animals. And he never diminished my feelings. His compassion for what we were going through when we lost our animals and our saddest moments have really proven him to be a loyal friend. So when it came to choosing the pastor today, there was there was no choice. It was very simple. It had to be Ed Hansen. So thank you, Ed.
Yeah.
What a joy for me.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. Most of us have lived long enough to know that there are many facets to love. The word love can mean many different things to diverse people under different circumstances. But today, we are celebrating love that overflows with great significance. The road to marriage for same-gender couples has been rocky, but we're now living in a time when it has been accepted by open-hearted people like yourselves, by our government, and as you can see, by more and more religious institutions. As a community of John's and Ken's friends, we see the reality of their love, and we rejoice that we can join with them in affirming what we see. And we ask God's blessing on them and their love for one another. I believe that when two people recognize in each other the qualities that make each of them more complete, when they discover that their mutual caring enhances their lives, when they realize that each calls forth the best from the other, when being together also means being most in touch with the deepest realities of themselves, when the success of one is joined by the delight of the other, when eyes see, bodies touch, senses awaken, and joy overflows. When people come together in the presence of God to make promises to each other, to demonstrate for themselves and in front of their friends a commitment to be there for each other, when there is such intention and such love, it is right that we celebrate. Let us pray. Oh, creating and loving God, we acknowledge your presence with us in this time and place. We give thanks for the many ways in which you call us to the fullness of life. Draw us together in unity and in joy on this occasion in which we celebrate the hopes, dreams, promises, and commitments of Ken and John. May our thoughts, prayers, and actions affirm and strengthen their love. May we worship you in spirit and in truth, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Friends, in Jewish tradition, covenant is a central theme. In particular, it is God's covenant with God's people that provides the special identity that Jews share. In addition, a sacred covenant, such as the one we celebrate today, is applied to human relationships and is most powerfully seen in a story from the Jewish scriptures. This story is about David and his loving friendship with Jonathan, the son of King Saul. In the story, the young shepherd David had just used a slingshot to kill the feared Philistine giant named Goliath. I mean, we all heard that story from way back, right? Well, King Saul wanted to meet this courageous young man. So he invited David to his home. It is there that Jonathan first met David. The Bible reports it this way. When David had finished speaking to Saul, the soul of Jonathan was bound to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Saul took him that day and would not let him return to his father's house. Then Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own soul. Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that he was wearing and gave it to David, and his armor, and even his sword and his bow and his belt. Well, eventually, King Saul became very jealous of David's popularity with the people. His jealous rage became so great that he wanted to kill David. David learned of this plot against him, and he appealed to his friend Jonathan for help. They devised a plan whereby Jonathan could warn David if he detected that his father wanted to kill him. When in fact Jonathan learned that his father was determined to kill David, he warned him in a secretly arranged meeting. The Bible reports that when Jonathan came to the rendezvous point, quote, David rose, bowed 3 times, and they kissed each other and wept with each other. It is clear that in the Bible, love and a sacred covenant go together. And friends, it is such love that draws us together to witness, affirm, and celebrate this marriage today. And so, Ken, do you wish to marry John, to be his husband, to love, honor, cherish, and share your life with him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others as long as you both shall live? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
And John, do you wish to marry Ken? To be his husband, to love, honor, cherish, and share your life with him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others as long as you both shall live. If so, answer, I do.
The groundhog, even though he didn't see his shadow, yes, I do.
Yes. All right. All right. Ken and John are going to share their vows with each other that they have prepared. And John?
Okay. Kenny,
Yes, Johnny.
you are so cute. He is.
Jiminy Cricket.
Anyhow, you have the best smile.
Thank you.
And, over all these years, I've seen the sweet ways you treat people. And it's amazing. Everyone loves you. And I got to witness how much you love just living life and being with people. And your loyalty and dedication to me is far surpassing anything I've experienced before. So, most of all, I trust you. And that's really hard to come by. So, that's why I love you.
Thank you.
I want to marry you.
I'll do it. I didn't memorize mine. I tried to. But anyway, from the moment we first met at Effingham almost 32 years ago, I knew you're the one that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
Oh.
After all these years together, you still inspire me every day. With your genuine love and encouragement, you've never faltered in being supportive, loving, stubborn, sensitive rock in my life. You have the biggest heart, and I could never thank you enough for giving me and my parents such a wonderful life. I promise to love you for eternity,
Thank you.
respecting you, honoring you, being faithful to you, and sharing my life with you as we grow older as best friends with our best friends, Keanu and Summer. If I could sing a song, which nobody wants me to do, I would sing it right now, but I'm not. So I'm going to bring up Christian,
Oh, my
who
goodness.
is going to sing a song which sums up exactly how I feel about you. So,
Wow.
everybody, this is Christian.
Entertainment.
Hello, everyone. Miranda, the chair holder.
From BB Mac, everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe it's intuition, but some things you just don't question. Like in your eyes, I see my future in an instant. And there it goes, I think I found my best friend. I know that it might sound more than crazy, oh, but I believe I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into my life. I knew I loved you before I met you. I have been waiting all of my life. There's just no rhyme or reason, only the sense of completion. And in your eyes, I see the missing pieces. And there it goes, I think I found my way home. I know that it might sound more than crazy, oh, but I believe I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into my life. I knew I loved you before I met you. I have been waiting all of my life.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow.
That was a great surprise, Jen.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Very special. As an expression of the love that has brought us together today, John and Ken will now exchange rings. The rings are symbolic of their relationship and serve as an outward and visible sign of their marriage to one another. John, would you like to put the ring on Ken's finger?
Thank you.
Put a ring on it.
Oh, wow.
And say these words to him. Ken, I give you this ring
Can I give you this ring
as a sign of my love,
as a sign of my love,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Ken, would you place the ring on John's finger and say these words to him? John, I give you this ring
John, I give you this ring
as a sign of my love,
as a sign of my love,
and with all that I am
and with all that I
and
am
all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Friends, John and Ken have declared their love and commitment to each other in the vows of marriage. I confirm the covenant they have made and call upon all of us to uphold, respect, and honor their life together. They ask for your blessing. Will all of you, by God's grace, do everything in your power to uphold and care for these two persons in the promises that they have made this day? If so, answer, we will.
Thank you.
So now, friends, I present to you Ken and John, husbands together.
I love you.
I love you too.
I know that at this time we have a little break because there's a lot of photography that wants to happen. So I think we can hang out here in the other room for a bit, and then later I know we're going to be going over to Morton's and have more time to celebrate together. But this concludes the wedding, and congratulations to these folks.
Thank you all. Thank you, guys.
Are we going to take a big group photo? Kev? How,
Yeah.
should we?
We'll set it up in a minute.
Okay. Okay.
I might do it from the stairs.
Okay, but everybody should stay in here?
No, we're going to take the chairs out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do it in a minute. Okay. Well, hang on.
What?
Wait.
Let's do the shotgun Tom Kelly one.
Yeah, there we go. Now, both of you, point.
Wait.
Kenny, get your hand out there, too.
What am I doing?
This.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there. That's the hero.
Okay. All right. I know, it's so hot.
I'm burning up.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Congratulations.
Thank you for the wonderful performance.
You will, sweetie. Thank you, Bob. Sorry, the dog. What a surprise. Thank you. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you.
Sneak the guitar in.
I could never thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. I'm
I didn't want you to see me do that. Oh, it's meteorite. It's actually from space. Please come back again. I want to run you the whole thing.
Oh, ladybug. Summer.
So cute.
I know.
Oh, okay, great.
Hey, dude. Thanks. Thank you.
Was it okay?
Yes.
Was it all right?
Wear the tuxedo.
It's an honor to have you do it for us.
Hey, Jim.
Beautiful.
Thanks for coming.
Beautiful. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
I love your ring.
Yeah, it's nice, huh?
Beautiful.
My sister-in-law.
Love you.
I love you too.
I'm so happy for you. Thank you. It's about time.
Hi, doll.
Hi. I did video.